Hey guys, this is the Commando position diaphragm breathing drill. Okay, so why do we care about diaphragmatic breathing? Your diaphragmatic breathing gets your diaphragm fired up, wakes that muscle up, and this is important, especially when we talk about mobility or core strength and stability, okay? Because they both kind of generate from the same place. Your diaphragm is kind of the ringleader as far as your core musculature goes. Everything else in your center column kind of takes its cues from the diaphragm. It's the ringleader, so to speak. It's not to say that it's more important than any of the other muscles in your center column, but they tend to go as your diaphragm goes. So being able to get the diaphragm to react and respond the way that it's supposed to is important. That's issue number one. Issue number two, or the reason number two we're doing this, is because the Commando position very closely resembles a deep squat position, okay? And if you can breathe in a particular position, you have an opportunity to master and own a particular position. If you cannot breathe in a particular position, your body is never going to feel safe enough or stable enough to allow you to truly master that position. So what we're doing with this Commando position is we're putting your hips, your knees, your ankles, your back, your shoulders in a position that replicates what they might be in a squat without them being loaded by gravity, and giving you the opportunity to focus on that diaphragm breathing to get your core to wake up and help to stabilize you. And eventually what we'll do is we'll move you from that Commando position to a more upright position. But this is a good entry point. So here's what that looks like. Now, from this position, you're probably not going to be able to see a whole lot of what I'm doing in here, but I'm going to breathe into my nose, let my belly button expand, and then draw back in as I exhale. Now, the Commando position itself, I'm going to start by trying to get my toes, all 5 toes, onto the floor. I'm going to take kind of a nice wide stance in my knees. I'm going to drop down to my elbows. And I'm going to get my eyes up on the horizon so that my shoulder girdle stays in a good position. And then I'm just going to hang out here. And I'm going to breathe in through my nose, let my belly expand. I should feel it kind of open up into my hips. And then breathe back out of my nose and feel my midsection kind of compress back in. So here's what that looks like. Okay, and again, as you can see, my back is nice and straight here. I'm sitting deep into my hips, and I don't know if you could tell this or not, but as I went into the breathing, my hips actually opened up a little bit, so I allowed my knees to slide open just a little bit more. I'm still trying to keep my toes onto the ground so that my ankles stay in a good position. And if you were to freeze this video, okay, freeze that frame when I'm down in the Commando position and flip whatever device you are watching this on its side, I would look something like this, right? So this is a good entry point into getting you comfortable in that deep squat position.